Today I'm coming in looking for mentorship and exposure. We specialize in only 4 industries: cannabis, craft beverage, hospitality, and professional athletes. I reside in Muskegon, Michigan, which is the marijuana capital of Michigan.
So what are you looking for?
I'm looking for exposure and mentorship.
So you don't need any money?
Oh no, I got, yeah, I do, but right now.
I had to think about that one.
Now, although we are the dopest insurance agency that's out there, and mind you, that's our tagline. We are the dopest insurance agency that is out there.
Cannabis.
We get a chance to hang out with celebrities. We get a chance to hang out with NFL stars. We have the product for Lloyd's of London. So we do draft protection and a host of other things.
You know, that's something where you could potentially take advantage of the connection you already have without you personally having to do it,
There's probably
but
more
still
money
being
in
paid. Yeah, there's a lot more money.
Potentially than the draft protection.
Potentially, and that's, I'm just open, seeing if you're open to conversations around that.
I'm open to anything that makes money.
My name is Cody Askins. I own and operate multiple 7-figure businesses, and this is Agency Investors.
So we're looking for a $50,000 investment for 10% of the company.
The stakes are high and the opportunities are even higher. 5 titans of the insurance industry are here to make or break the dreams of ambitious agents.
Tell me you talked to your partner before you came about specifics.
I'm out. Thank you anyway.
Meet Brandon Todd, a risk-taking visionary who revolutionized the insurance industry. Edward Pritchett, a master of networking and recruitment. Cassidy Arabelli, a strategic genius with a proven record of empire building. And Dr. Billy Williams, an analytical mastermind renowned for his ability to identify potential where others see none.
This is the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
Ooh, my nerves are still just kind of.
Here at Agency Investors, these giants of the game don't just invest in companies, they invest in people.
So you don't need any money?
Oh no, I got, yeah, I do.
Can I stop you?
Go ahead.
Dude, I love you, Will, but you're driving me nuts.
I'm sorry, let me shut up.
They're on the lookout for the next big thing in insurance. Their time is valuable, and they're ready to invest.
We want to invest. We've got the funds, we've got the resources.
The goal of this is to help you in some way.
I'm ride or die with
I will
this.
give you $1 for 100% of your business, but you can't come with
Our
it.
entrepreneurs today must impress them, not just with their ideas, but with their drive, their passion, and their willingness to push the limits. This is Agency Investors.
My name is Cimone Casson. I'm from Muskegon, the marijuana capital of Michigan. Today I'm coming in looking for mentorship and exposure. And I'm going to be pitching my business, which is a niche market, a business model that has not been done before. Cannas Capital, we specialize in 4 industries. I'm excited. I've been a big fan of Cody Askins for quite some time. I think we have a really cool business model, and I'm interested to see what they say. Hey everybody, my name is Cimone Casson, and I am the proud owner of Cannas Capital Insurance Firm. So we have a very unique business model. We're one of a kind. We specialize in only 4 industries: cannabis, craft beverage, hospitality, and professional athletes. I reside in Muskegon, Michigan, which is the marijuana capital of Michigan. As it stands now, we currently sales are $250K, which is a little bit over $2 million in premiums, and we're looking to be able to double that to $500,000 this year. We've been in business since 2017, where I started off just focused on cannabis, but then I realized craft beverage was the same business model. And then we started to branch out into hospitality, and a bunch of the NFL players, they kind of dug me, so we decided to do even more. What we saw is a big issue in insurance. We're in a time now that anybody's business can be scaled. And it's not the same thing as many years ago when departments had 10 or 12 people. Now these businesses and these departments have 1 person. But you have to go through all of these different agencies to get your different insurance. So HR is dealing with somebody different for healthcare. Intellectual property for marketing is dealing with somebody. We are one-stop shop. So we cover everything from succession plans, executive plans, all the way down to your owned and auto. We only work in 4 industries, so we've streamlined everything, and we are experts in everything that we do.
So what are you looking for?
I'm looking for exposure and mentorship, because our biggest hurdle is the same thing that's hurting everybody: good talent. Good talent is extremely hard to find. Now, although we are the dopest insurance agency that's out there, and mind you, that's our tagline. We are the dopest insurance agency that is out there.
Cannabis.
We get a chance, we get a chance to hang out with celebrities. We get a chance to hang out with NFL stars. We have the product for Lloyd's of London. So we do draft protection and a host of other things. We have one of the largest suites of products in cannabis that's out there. But we still have the biggest challenge of finding great talent. So I've been following Cody for quite some time, and I thought it would be a great idea for me to come here. One, to get mentorship, but also to get a lot of exposure so everybody knows about me.
Amen. Let's go. I love that. I love that.
So you don't need any money?
Oh, no, I got... yeah, I do, but right now, well, I'll be honest with you. So just so you know, we just got into a partnership with Collective 360, who we have a couple of NFL players who are now backing me. And then I have an operating agreement with Viola, Al Harrington, and Allen Iversons. So we do pretty good.
Okay.
Yep.
You lost me at Cannabis, I'm out.
No problem.
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, so you have a $2.5 million book of business in these industries?
Yes, we do. So we do P&C, property and casualty, and then we also do our healthcare and life insurance. So the bulk of our business actually comes from our property and casualty from cannabis. I know you don't want that. So from cannabis. Those are extremely large premiums. Most of those actually start at anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 premiums. And then I have negotiated with most of my carriers 4 bibs higher than everybody else. So instead of 10, we get 14.
All right. And so is it $2.5 million in revenue or $2.5 million in premium?
200 premium, and that would be 250K.
250,000.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you're insuring like cannabis companies or like
yeah. So
dispensaries?
just so you know, and we're clear, we all know that insurance is what? State governed, right? And so cannabis is also what? State governed. Insurance was, and that's how I came up with the idea. Insurance is the only thing that solidified cannabis companies when they first started. It's mandated. So the difference between me and somebody else, a cannabis company or a liquor company or anybody, they can choose if they're going to be indoor, outdoor, whatever. You can't choose whether or not you're going to have me. I'm your quarterback. I'm your Brady. You know what I mean? You can't have me. You can't get licensing. You can't get a loan. You can't even get into your place of business without having the insurance.
What are your goals?
My goal, okay. So my goal starting off right now, we're looking to expand. We're looking to do 3 things, right? So we're already in 15 states. I have 5 agents that work for me. I would like to make my principal full-time. So she's now part-time, right? And then we have a division that only focuses on the NFL and the corporations. And then we also have a Northeast division, but I would like to be able to expand that.
Okay, what are your revenue goals? Talk to me money.
My revenue goals would be for us to, in the next year, for us to do 3 million, to be able to scale at 3 million. And that would look like 3 million would be as a result of 15 agents being able to do $10,000 in revenue every month.
$10,000 in revenue would be $100,000, let's say, in premium sales.
I said 50, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you have anybody in Oklahoma?
No, Oklahoma is the Wild West. Oklahoma is totally saturated and you all have no more licensing. So it's not beneficial for me to go there. But my aunt lives there.
Well, I don't live there.
Oh, okay.
One of my friends owned a cannabis dispensary in Tulsa, so that's why I was.
The market is saturated. There's nothing else there.
When you say it's saturated, meaning
they
insurance?
have no more licenses. What they did do recently, though, they did make it mandatory to have a surety bond. But a surety bond is only $500. We only get $50 off of that ticket.
Gotcha.
The juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Okay, so
Amen
the
to
money's not adding up for me here.
Okay, cool.
So you wrote $2.5 million since 2017. You want to write $3 million next year.
No. That's not what I said. Current. That's what we did from January. Today is
Thank you.
June. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I said
first 5
current,
months.
and then I
Okay,
said
sorry.
year end.
First 5 months.
So current is today.
So year to date, you've written
Yes,
2.5
yes,
since
correct.
January 1.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. There we go.
What do you do, like for the athletes, what type of insurance do you
Wonderful.
offer them?
Draft protection. So just so you know, most of our products are going to be centered around NFL. So when you go into the NFL, there is a 5-year vetting, meaning that between that time that you're drafted until 5 years, you don't get your full everything. So the first product that we do is draft protection. So if someone is drafted and they're supposed to go on the first, or let's say they get on the first draft pick and they get sick or ill and they don't go to the third, or let's say they don't go at all, we have a product backed by the Lloyd's of London that will give them up to $5 million. In addition to that, we have what's called temporary. So if they're injured temporary, just like that young man that ended up having a heart attack or whatever, we can get him up to $5 million. These are great products for NFL players because they're not vetted for 5 years. Then we also have a product that will be able to protect them when they're re-signing. And all of these are living benefits, disability insurance.
Do you do anything with them on the life side?
No, that's not my business.
Would you like to?
No. No, because I believe that there's a difference between a general practitioner and an oncologist. I'm an oncologist. We get top dollar. I don't want to muddy my book. So there is an opportunity, but people come to us because we know their business in and out. So we stay with corporate, and plus one day I want to be absorbed or traded on the New York Stock Exchange, which that's one thing that we're working on, and I want to have a clean book of business.
Okay, I'm not seeing where life insurance would muddy that, but okay.
We have a niche market. I want to stay there.
Well, I think what she's saying is she wants to keep her expertise.
Right.
That doesn't mean she wouldn't partner with someone who was an expert in something else.
But we don't want it in our book of business.
She's not trying to be the expert.
No, yeah. I understand, but that's what I was saying. Would you be interested in?
Not in my book of business,
Yeah,
but I would
that's
partner
his
with somebody
specialty,
else.
So he's asking because he's like, you know what, there may, I can help with that. And
I would partner, but I don't want us to be able to do it, right?
No,
Because
I understand that, and maybe that's just a nuance of understanding how life insurance is paid out. You don't have to do it to be paid on it.
Right? No. I'm a life insurance. We're licensed. I'm licensed in life, health,
Yeah,
PNC.
so that's what I'm saying. If you're licensed in that, and you have these connections with people who are getting insured for, potentially catastrophic things, but they're going to be making a great income for a specific period of time, but on that life insurance piece can contribute to their income being able to go even after they have retired. That's something where you could potentially take advantage of the connection you already have without you personally having to do it.
There's probably
but
more
still
money
being
in
paid. Yeah, there's a lot more money
potentially than the draft protection.
potentially, and that's I'm just seeing if you're open to conversations around that.
I'm open to anything that makes money. Yeah, I mean, I'm
What's
definitely
the
open.
premium and commission normally on like a draft protection policy?
So
I
if
didn't
we
know that
do,
was a thing. That's
yeah.
cool.
So if we do a
Depends on the
maximum
rounds.
of so if we do a maximum of $5 million, usually it's between $1 million and $5 million. Then we're usually looking at a 5%, and we do 60-40 split between us and the agent. So that's usually how it goes.
What's the average size, would you say?
$1 million is a minimum. I've never done
Premium.
the average premium, $30,000 to $40,000.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about $40,000. Now, mind you, they can renew that every year. That's a 1-year contract. Remember that. So it's the same as like a failure to survive. It's the same. It's a living benefit. So every year, up to 5 years, they'll renew it. It's the same thing as a key man or a buy sale. It's still underwritten under the same kind of premises.
So there's like 3 to 4K in commission, and then you split that 60-40.
Correct.
Where you get 60 or 40.
We get 40, they get 60.
Okay, so you make like $1,200 to $1,800 off of that.
Who is
Yeah.
they?
The agent.
Her producer.
Okay. Your producer?
Yeah,
Okay.
my producer.
So there would be more.
And it's a
If they bought
5-year.
life insurance, it'd be a lot more.
What was your net in 2022?
2022, this is last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last year was our
a good
slow
question.
year. We did 175K.
That's
I
what you
closed.
netted.
Revenue.
Revenue, yep.
Okay,
So
revenue,
175K is what I closed.
So how many NFL players do you have?
Ooh, good. So we just got with Collective 360. So I'll be speaking in front of 20 NFL. But as far as in my book right now, we have 10.
Okay.
And then also we work with 2-time Super Bowl champ Anthony Smith. And then we're also working with several other ones. And Eugene Monroe will be giving us an endorsement. So he's actually one of our silent partners.
Okay.
That's cool. Good
And
for
how
you.
much staff is it going to take for you to get where you want to
I
get?
need 20. I need 20
It was 15
agents.
5 minutes ago.
15 to 20, right? 15 to 20.
Thinking bigger.
Yeah, I'm growing.
Are these going to be W-2, 1099? How do you want to structure this?
1099, right? Yeah, 1099. I think there is enough. The cool thing about it is we have enough leads, and because we're niche, 60% of our business comes from referrals. But then also I want to tell you, I have a wonderful reputation. I sit on the board for the ASTM. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but that's the global trade. I'm actually helping write the standards globally for cannabis banking, insurance, and investing. I'll be speaking in front of Congress about the crop insurance. I'm a member of the National Small Business Association, where I'll also be talking about how they can get access to capital. I work with minority deposit banks. What else do I do? National Cannabis Association. I'm on their risk management board, where we're aiding to lobbying for the Safe Bank Act. So I have a really big name in those industries that we're in.
So why do you feel like you need a mentor?
You want to stop learning?
No, it's not to stop learning. It's just if you're already this involved and you're already that accomplished, and just hearing your conversation, are you coachable?
Yes. And let me tell you why I think that. We are great in the 4 industries that we're in, right? Everybody knows us in the 4 industries that we're in. But if I want to attract more agents, other people have to know who we are, right? And so because of that, although we have a great business model, the exposure is going to be limited because I'm great in one room. It's like being a big fish in a small pond. If I'm going to attract more agents, we have to be able to get more exposure.
Those 10 professional athletes, NFL players.
Yeah.
How, over what time frame?
We just started doing professional athletes 8 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very small. I live in Dallas.
Sure.
So, and I play golf with a lot of, I play golf with Tim Brown. I play golf, stuff. And so that's a very, very close-knit community. And once you know one, you know 10.
Yep. Once you get in, I was very fortunate. And he is very, I'm sorry not to cut you off, but he is very right. Once you get in, I've learned early that due diligence is for poor people. It's not for rich people. Once you get into those rooms, you're there. So the agents that we work with, they came in and they worked with us, and it became a funnel really quickly, introducing, and my agent that comes over from that, we go to the conferences or whatever. But that business from the NFL, we don't even work for that business.
That's how Bernie Madoff was able to rip off as many people as he did.
Nobody asked any questions.
Wealthy people don't do due diligence. Everything is referral. So if she's in with 10, she's in with 20.
Yeah.
I think the money for you in that professional athlete category is not in the draft protection.
Okay.
I think it's in the other things as you build a relationship with those athletes.
1,000%.
Only because the reason I say that is, if you look at 8 months, you've probably brought in like 12 to 18 grand in commission to you specifically from those relationships. I think there's a lot more meat on the bone. I'm not saying I would ignore the niche.
Right.
I think it's cool. I think it's sexy. I think it's got a lot of potential. There's a lot of exposure there. There's a lot of other things, right?
Yeah.
But I think there's additional revenue much bigger than the current revenue that you're getting from that niche, as an example.
So again,
Sure.
and I'm still trying to understand where you want to be mentored. What can a mentor do for you other than give you structure?
Help me build a team and look at our back office, our operating system. I'm constantly going into these SOPs. One of the biggest things that I just found, that I just realized, we were wasting so much time on doing applications, right? So now I have where my assistant is going in and doing the accords. So going in and being able to create this well-oiled machine so that I can continue to scale.
And it's just my opinion, I don't know if that's a mentorship thing as much as that is hiring a McKinsey or hiring a Deloitte to come in and really look at your total operations.
Okay.
I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with ever having a mentor.
Right.
But a good mentor, because of where you are and how many moving parts you have, isn't gonna be your fix. Your fix is gonna be Deloitte. Your fix is gonna be McKinsey. Your fix is gonna be someone who can really come in and look at your entire organization and say, this is how you need to position everything. That's my opinion.
I can totally take that.
That's good. Which of those 4 verticals have you made the most money in?
Cannabis.
Okay.
It's my friend. Yeah,
you can tell too. It's a passion.
Well, you know what?
About
Cannabis is what started it all. I was a financial advisor before, and then I moved back to Michigan for whatever reason. But when I moved back, they were just making cannabis recreational in Michigan.
Yeah.
And so at that time, that was 2017. So cannabis it's underbanked. It was unbanked before, right? And so that insurance was the only thing that solidified commercial cannabis businesses. And it was state mandated. So I went in and I structured the business or whatever. For the first year, I did not sell one policy. I did not make a dime. But 12 months after the first time I sold, I did $112,000.
What percentage of your revenue do you think has been cannabis the last couple of years?
Oh, 60%, at least 57, 60%. Yeah, because we have large operating agreements with MSOs, and that's multi-state operators.
Is there a lot of potential there that is untapped still?
Oh, yes, because the market is still growing.
Why would that not become even more of a priority than the other verticals?
Because just like any other market, it goes up and down, right? And so it's not like right now, we're in a down part. Cannabis, if you've been following anything, I mean, the industries, period. Well, cannabis now is going into a consolidation. So right now, not as many licenses are being applied for. And that's because of the market and the weed. And that's just any new industry. We saw this in 1920 with prohibition. This is just what happens with a new industry. In addition to that, I just felt like I was leaving a lot on the table. The business models for cannabis and craft beverage are the same place. A distillery and a dispensary is the exact same operation. Hemp and hops, same thing. So it just made sense. Hospitality.
You got some good marketing slang. I got to give it to you on that.
Why don't you just focus on those 2 then?
Hospitality made sense because if you got a bar, you usually got food. So it just went together. And then you probably don't follow, but there are a large amount of NFL players in cannabis. And it made sense. They were my clients. These NFL players, I was covering their cannabis business. They let me in the room, so why wouldn't I sell it? It just made sense.
I would not sell it out. Yeah. I'm with you there.
So I created an ecosystem of people that I wanted to work with that I could have fun. I never feel like I have a vacation.
Yeah, that web could continue if you wanted it to. And I think your personality, which I see opportunity everywhere, you see opportunity everywhere, I get it. I mean, heck, you could be like, you know what, we're gonna start insuring the diamond rings that the professional athletes are buying. You know what I mean? Like the web could continue, right?
Yeah. I think that you are definitely a visionary where you need an integrator, and that's the first hire you need to make.
Yeah.
You need to make someone who 100%. Takes action, who can look at your SOPs, do the analytics, create the structure for you so that you can go do what you're best at, which is obviously the personality, the charisma, the relationships.
Yes. That
is the first thing that you need to do. I don't, unfortunately, have the capacity to help you in the sense of time, and
we can hire somebody for that, so I can take that feedback. Yeah, we can hire somebody.
Yes, that's the first thing you need to do. I think that's where your bottleneck is.
I actually have a really good source for you.
I would love to be able to tap into that source and get that information.
I won't say her name on here because she ain't paid me nothing
yet. That's okay.
But I have a really, really good source that could really come in and help with that structure and that organization. I let her come into our agencies a lot of times and help just organize things that are all over the place.
So, I mean, for that reason, I'd be out for anything else because I think you're doing amazing on your own. You just got to keep going, but you do need some structure to help you be able to be freed up to continue doing what you're doing.
I was going to say, I would recommend EOS.
Yes.
That is just type that in, look up the book again. We're not being paid for it, so but look that up.
Okay.
I mean, just reading the book that's behind that will give you some ideas, and then I know that company also does some of that one-on-one consulting, that it may be something similar to what Dr. Williams is talking about, because the integrator piece is certainly what you need right now. And then from that coachability ideal, if you're coachable, I would say with the web that you're starting to build, the people that you're talking with on the life side of the insurance, not that you have to do it or that your agents would, but that's the hardest part, is making the connection. You've already done that. The premiums for the life insurance policies that those guys get, when you're talking about income, if you really want to blow that up,
Ridiculous.
it's there.
It would pay you way more than the 12
was
to 300
ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, 10, 20,
be open
30
to that
X.
conversation. And if you're open to having that conversation, I would love to have that conversation with you.
I'm open to money. I am definitely
Okay,
open to
all right.
money, and I'm open to the long game.
It seemed like at first you weren't that
Well,
excited.
you know what? I
First
wasn't
she's like,
excited.
no,
You're like,
and then
no,
you started
I'm
talking,
with
she's
that.
like,
Well,
Wait
you
a
know
second,
what?
wait a
I
second.
wasn't, but if it's a long game play and
Yes,
it's going to
it's-
continue to build. My goal is to answer your question. We're going to go public 2025, 2026. I just had my operating statement done. So my goal is the juice got to be worth the squeeze, right? So.
you'll like the
Yeah, I
juice
don't
from
need a
this.
small agency. I
Yeah.
need a big agency. Yeah. So
I think you also, whoever you do bring on needs to be the balance to who you are. In the sense of you are energy and bright and all the things. You need someone who can be analytical, who can track the data and the information to help you make the best decisions before you go public or do all these things to make the most sense. So if you're not like that numbers person, that SOP person, right? Find that person specifically who can balance you out. One, to free you up to do your zone of
be
genius,
you.
but also make sure that every decision you're making is sound and is going to get you to where you want to go in your business.
awesome.
And obviously, you made some great decisions, or you
So
wouldn't
far,
be where
yeah.
you are.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
You just, at
Agreed.
this point,
Yeah.
you just need to bring it all together under organization.
Well, I'm impressed by you. You put up a video in the airport 2 days
Yes,
ago,
yeah.
tagging me.
Yeah.
Now that I did that, I thought that's awesome. She put
Well,
herself out there.
thank you. I got a big phone.
Let's go. That's right. That's
That's
right.
a big deal.
I think this will also help with that, right?
Awesome,
So exposure,
yeah.
like you mentioned originally, that's good. I would love to be available to help ideas, provide some mentorship along the way.
I would love that. And you know what else you should do?
What's that?
Have me on your show.
Which one?
I don't care. Just pick one.
You're on a show.
Right. The
You're on one
podcast.
right now.
Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you so much
Thank
for
you
having me.
very
It was
much.
wonderful.
And I appreciate
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you, Cimone.
I think it was really good. I think they gave some great feedback. I think they really liked our business model. And the biggest thing that I do see is that we can get more of a structure. But other than that, they said we're killing the game, and I like it.
Juice ain't worth the squeeze. That's what I got. I never heard that before.
You've never
You
heard
have
that?
never heard that?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that either.
Oh, you've never heard that either?